Man, they want me to smile for this fucking shit. Man, I gotta do this fucking live stream again, man. Punk ass YouTube fucking skipping through the shit like some fucking haters. You know what I mean? But yeah, doing this shit. It's your boy P. What up with y'all, man? What up with y'all? Here discussing the business. If y'all can read the title, it's talking about these Black Junction TV comments. And shout out to my Black Junction people, man. I love the comments, man. Black Junction, it ain't like YouTube. It don't get a bunch of comments. People just watch the video and just, like word, 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 you know what I'm saying? But it ain't all that congestion and shit. People, when they speak up and say something, it be something for real. You know what I mean? So I like that about it. So I take time. Y'all know I take time to read my Black Junction comments. Even if I don't comment back to y'all, but I try to comment back to everybody. If I don't comment back, I read it because I'll give you a thumbs up. Everybody get a thumbs up, reply, whatever. If it ain't about no bullshit, and shit, ain't nobody on Black Junction about no bullshit. No. So I wanted to read through a few comments on this beautiful Saturday that I felt was some shit that had me rolling. Let's go through it. Oh, the first one. Where we at? Here we go. Yo, there's this. To all you play get niggas on July 4th. Yes, indeed. Funny video. I got a comment from Mrs. Treetop 2012. That was the name I was trying to remember a couple of live streams ago. I think I said like truth is free or something like that. I was trying to shout this individual out. It was a T word. I knew it, but Treetop 2012. That's what I was trying to remember. So Treetop 2012, shout out to you, ma'am. But the comment just says, they even showed a slave movie today called Amistad. Nothing different. But the point of the matter is they played the movie on their wicked day. But our people will run to the supermarket and spend their hard to come by monies on their nasty, defiled holidays, then wake up tomorrow to work and have to deal with the same bullshit on bullshit. I have no problem bad mouthing their wicked holiday, every last one of them. Our people are true full-time fools. Word. My kids already know no Christmas, no 4th of July, Easter, etc. I was in Walmart one day and this pale-faced female walked up to my oldest son and asked what he was doing for Christmas. My son replied, I don't take part in any of these days and said every last holiday. Word. I feel that shit. Boy, the joy in my heart when that old bag face turned wicked. Loved every minute. Word. And I just said, damn, see, a slave movie. That's the slap in the face bullshit I be talking about. Good to know your son ain't about no games neither. You taught him well. And yo, that's it. When we got the kids on point, that's the money right there. My nieces, my nephews, they be getting in trouble at school because they be speaking the shit I be saying to their teachers. You know what I mean? And I let them know. Be sure to let your kids know, yo, your teacher is dumb. Your teacher is white and stupid and dumb. And they wrong. And you black and you right. And you smart. I mean, you know what you talking about. They the dummies. They don't know shit. You right. I mean, so they get mad big ups from me all the time. All right. Let's see what else we got in the mix. We did this individual just says, I planned on ingraining it every day in my future son and daughter's brains that Becky and Brad are not worth the trouble they come with. Real life. Next comment is by Pochi. I guess it says, it's about time black people understood the situation they're on when dealing with K Becky. In parentheses, it says white women. To them, you're no different than their dog pets. Eventually, their demonic hatred takes over and you end up with sex-related charges or dead. And then, parentheses, because K Becky's extended family will not stand you as a black person. Yeah. Too many black people worship white people with MLK integration. They forget the lynchings and they forget in 2018 discriminate. Yeah, so they kind of a long message, but I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Potechi. Speaking the game, man, it's real life and shit. Motherfuckers know, man, them fucking devils, man, they ain't shit but something to get the fuck away from you. Real life. Let's see, we also did the uniting the right while black equals free beat downs. Yes, indeed, that. Basically saying if you out there marching and stomping in a circle, motherfuckers over day shit, you a dumbass. You know what I mean? You get your ass beat. I'm laughing at your fucking ass. You dumb motherfucker. So let's see. I hate YouTube. What up? I hate YouTube. I hate YouTube was just like fools. Yeah. CJ, what up? What up? What up, CJ? I just said your commentary is 100% on point. I'm with you and we'll be laughing at anybody who gets fucked up at the Unite the Wrong is Right rally. Unite the Wrong is Right rally. Straight real. I'm hearing that with that. You know what I mean? So you just had to do that. You know what I mean? Shout out to my people who check me out on Black Junction. Appreciate the checking in and all of this. It's so pertinent, so important. I love it. So I want to get on with the topic of the day. We talking about, if you read the title, it's about dictatorship in America. And ain't no job, bitch. You know what I mean? Getting that paper up when it ain't no job, bitch. You understand? So I want to first start off by saying I was watching a post by the boy Kevin Behringer. Check out his channel on YouTube, Real Nagas. They got a website, Real Nagas. The creator of Booty Boxing, Cop Stop Guardian. Fellow Aries like myself, you understand? And we don't get many Aries on these talking platforms when it comes to black people. We don't get too many Aries speaking up on shit. But that ain't the only reason I'm, touting what he's talking about. But, when we speak, I listen because, we be doing some real speaking. And he was just basically touching recently on a video where he's talking about, basically getting that money up before a dictatorship happens in America or the potentiality of a dictatorship happening. And that was pretty much it. The fact that we're in a climate where I like to call, it's racism, white supremacy, but, the potentiality of it becoming a racism, white supremacist dictatorship is very real. And, he just went on about, the fact that, Trump is kind of breaking all these arrangements and agreements with longtime allies, longtime trade agreements with people that America used to fuck with and shit, breaking all these longtime friendships and doing deals with longtime enemies like North Korea and Russia and all of this shit. He's shitting on NATO and going to all these different summits. For the next few weeks, he'll be going over some summits and basically doing this. You know what I mean? Suspending the Constitution and or eventually suspending the Constitution so he can introduce a dictatorship. Basically all to take America down a peg, basically make America be alienated to where it don't got no friends so other nations can rise and then become a threat to America to where America kind of has to scramble and be on some shit like, oh man, we shouldn't have, where the people will rise up and be like, oh, we shouldn't have done that shit. We need to make sure this never happens again. We need to, kind of, befriend people and not be assholes and all this shit as a country. All of that said, I would like to say, me personally, I don't really, all I know is I don't get into allies and who's the enemy of America and what the trade agreement looked like and what the tariff looked like and why the prices go up because of the tariff and all of this shit. I don't see that shit. You know what I mean? Like daily in my life, I don't see that shit with my two eyes. You know what I mean? I'm not in the meetings, you know what I mean, with these figures. I'm not chilling with these dudes on the boat. I'm not drinking beer with these dudes, kicking it, having a good old time with them. Nobody really knows this shit. You know what I'm saying? All we getting is what we see on a fucking TV screen, on a fucking media print medium, right? We don't really fucking know. So I really try not to invest any level of self into that part of these conversations when it comes to politics. I don't really like, because we don't see that shit. We're not in the meetings. We don't know who the allies is. We don't know who the enemies is. These motherfuckers could be homeboys for real. We don't know shit about it. But what I do know, particularly, is what I see with my eyeballs. And I know how white people respond when somebody get the best of them or when they feel emboldened off of some shit going on, right? That's what I can see with my eyeballs daily. I can see how they carry on. We don't know no tariff laws, no G7, no summits. We ain't in the room. All we know is what they put on the TV. That's what I'm saying. So if you're watching my channel, know that that's the cognizance with which I'm coming at you with. I mean, so what does it look like, or what would the layout of the land look like if this dictatorship became a reality? Or what are the signs of a dictatorship ready climate? You know what I mean? How do we know motherfuckers will go along with it? You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying. So we know with white people, they big issue, we'll start with them, is that potentially this shit could happen because they are agreeing with everything this president say. It don't matter whether it makes sense. It don't matter what it's about shit. They're agreeing with everything he say, and they're never, ever putting up dissension to it. That's a prime example of a motherfucker that's a lamb ready to get slaughtered. When a motherfucker just follow the motherfucker blindly, that's the sign of, okay, this motherfucker will probably be able to fuck their children, and they'll let it happen. They'll do whatever some motherfucker say type shit just because they want to do it. They're really on this shit. They're already on a high of attacking divided and non-white groups, you know what I mean, at benign settings. They already, going for the women, children, elderly people in benign settings, catching them at a subway, eating with their family, calling the police. You know what I mean? So a dictatorship would only multiply the shit that white people are doing, in my eyes. This is how I see this shit. If there's a potentiality this shit can actually happen, and how would that shit look? Seems pretty similar to what I'm describing in my eyes, right? And why would they go with it out besides that? You know what I mean? I would just say simply because these are white people, man. It's just something for them to do, number one. You know what I mean? They're not off the planet yet. They're not dead yet. And there's currently nowhere upward for whiteness to go. There's no more money for them to make. There's no more anything that they can actually gain that's a tangible thing. There's no more attainment in the world of whiteness, right? So I wouldn't put it past them to just say, well, fuck it, let's turn the whole thing around and then let's just run it backwards. Let's just do it a completely different way while we still, are still stealing and still holding on to all this shit. And let's see how it feel this way. Because these are adrenaline junkies. White folk is about adrenaline. They'll do shit off of, these are the same bungee jumping, motherfucking hang glide motherfuckers, shark hunting, wild game hunting motherfuckers that we used to call crazy and psychotic years ago. The same motherfuckers, right? So I want to pull the calendar back for y'all, just so y'all can kind of wrap your thought around this concept of how this shit is a possibility. Looking at white people, we watched them turn from hypocrites to barbarians overnight. Y'all remember when Obama was president and there was this kind of courtesy tone that Obama had set, and white folk were hiding behind that, this kind of courtesy tone and don't be a bully type of shit. This is when that shit started. But hypocritically, they riding Obama all day, berating him, berating his family 24/7, but still talking that bullshit, right? Don't be a bully shit. We saw them blatantly shooting black people, men, women, and children in the street, hypocritically, but still also talking that don't be no bully shit, right? We seen that, right? These slave catchers acting up, huh? They were talking that don't shame people shit, right? And don't force your values on people. But hypocritically and systemically and pointedly shaming heterosexuality, right? While forcing their beliefs of the gay shit, the metrosexual shit, the transgender shit. Let your child, let a transgender go to the bathroom with your child, or else you're trans shaming. You know what I mean? Let them be there with your kid, or else you're shaming, right? All this crap. But, what else they push? I mean, they pushed a bunch of shit. Interracial relationship. They pushed all that shit. All these death styles. And yes, I said it. Interracial relationship is death style. It ain't a lifestyle. If you're on my channel, right? So they pushing all of this shit, saying it's good, but being a hypocrite in the same sense, telling you what not to do and berating and killing and doing all this animal shit. Now we in the Aquarian age, right? And all the mystery about who these motherfuckers are is on Front Street 24/7, and they mad about it. Don't let white people pretend like they not mad about having white evil being put on Front Street globally by way of their presidents, parliaments, kings, the enforcement arm of white supremacy, as Professor Black Truth say, the slave catchers, right? By way of the media, the propaganda arm of white supremacy. Don't let them lull you into thinking that Barbecue Becky and police brutality and Starbucks and all this shit that we're dealing with aren't reactionary symptoms of that anger, of them being found out and being exposed daily 24/7 and constantly being affronted. Don't think that's not a symptom of that shit, of that anger. So, they're constantly running a campaign of bottoming out shit. You know what I mean? So we noticed that. We talked about that in maybe like a couple live streams back. When we talked about slavery. We're talking about, the bottoming out of morals of our people. Well, white people, they have reached the bottoming out phase now of their politics, right? Of how they manage political bodies like police, governors, the G7 shit that they talking about and all this shit. And look at their economic policies towards non-whites. Like I said, they on some more for us that's sitting up at the top type shit, right? So they on some, they want to be the ones sitting on a big pile of money. And the people that they want to have sitting on a big pile of money, they already sitting on a big pile of money. So it's like, all right, there's no other height to take whitehood to except, fuck it, let's turn the whole car around for sport, for recreation. Y'all gotta follow me on this. Adopt a new system and see how long they can stand being challenged in a new system just because it's a euphoria for them. It's a high for them. You know what I mean? And put the wagon on the street that way, right? This is what they on. So, like I said, these are the same motherfuckers that hang glide, bungee jump, I mean, do all of this shit. We know this is an emotional adrenaline thing for them. You know what I mean? in the meantime, they're always looking for something to react to. Up until this shit happen, if it do happen, if it don't happen, they're a reactionary people. They're looking for something to react to every day. They got that calcified pineal gland. They got that low cerebral spinal fluid that leads to them being senselessly aggressive, depressed. All of that screams of a motherfucker that need coping mechanisms. You know what I mean? So they looking for it in the form of their highest plane of understanding, which is fuckery, violence, barbaric shit, torturous shit, devil shit that they do. That's how they communicate with the universe, because they can't communicate on a civil plane, because their highest plane of understanding is not civility. Their highest plane of understanding is devilhood, whitehood. You know what I mean? Straight up. This is what it looked like for real. So, I'll say that any other group that's like a non-white group, I already know what they shit gonna look like. We talking about, let's look at Latinos, Indians, Asians, and Arabs. They shit, we already know what they shit look like. They looking for the next cape to hold on to. Anybody that's walking by with a cape long enough that they can grab onto and get dragged around on the floor by. That's what they looking for. And they holding on to that plane ticket. You know what I mean? They holding on to a plane ticket that's gonna get them back home if they get too hot out here. You know what I'm saying? They not 10 toes down like we is out here, right? Every move they make, they might get their little job, they might get their little education, they might get their little degree, their little house, but they keeping a hold of that plane ticket, shaking like a leaf in the wind, holding that plane ticket. You know what I mean? Just in case they gotta run. So they ain't nothing but some cowards. They some nomads. They ain't really for real. They think we don't know this shit, but I'm laughing at them every day. Like, yeah, I see y'all punk guys. I mean, like we seeing this shit, right? So, as far as black folk, how the shit will look like for us, it's the same shit. This is Jim Crow 2.0 right now. We living it now. Ain't gonna be nothing different. Get your coon bag. Get your white man bag. Put the rope in it. Put the gloves in it. Put the tape in it. Put the motherfucking gun in it. Put the motherfucking nunchucks in it. You know what I mean? Get this shit right. You know what I'm saying? We on the same clock, and we gonna be doing what we doing now, contesting the bullshit to wherever the bullshit think it want to go. We ain't never been no tail-tuck group of people. You know what I mean? That's why everybody come to us for a cape, because they know we got nuts for real, and they know they the bitch made. Huh? That's obvious. We see that all day through the fucking night, right? So yeah, that's what the dictatorship part of this shit will look like. While this is going on, all these blatant atrocities, back to my man Kev, we talking about this paper route, you know what I mean? He was giving some ideas on blacks making money and what to do, period. So under racism, white supremacy, we're gonna have to become a merchant class. If we ain't about having your own businesses, if y'all ain't about that shit right now, y'all need to get on it. If y'all on my channel, y'all gotta be about it. Silently, we trying to do it all while this shit is going on. You know what I mean? Keep it quiet. You know what I mean? The era of, not doing it there's no option. We need to become a merchant class. You know what I'm saying? So whatever idea you have, I'm saying black people run with it, whatever it may be, whatever. It's a good idea. Don't even debate, is it a good idea? Fuck it. No, it is a good idea. Run with that shit. You know what I'm saying? As a rule, on my channel, we talk about trading stocks. You know what I mean? I trade stocks. So I might bring that up. I trade stocks. You know what I'm saying? We might do some videos about that maybe. Fuck it. Get a Bitcoin if you fuck with Bitcoin. Get you some real estate to rent out to people. You know what I'm saying? Even fuck with the boy Jay Morrison on some group real estate shit. I ain't saying fuck with him in particular, but I don't care. Do it all. You know what I mean? Group real estate. I mean, saying the multiple income streams under a white dictatorship would not look like you got 4 jobs. It won't mean you got 4 jobs and you collecting 4 checks. It's like, nah, you ain't getting no pennies. You ain't getting no penny any shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to mean you got 4 hustles for real, right? The age of the job hunting is over. Straight real. The boy Jet Brown on Zoe Williams show was like, man, my generation, the 50 and up, we kind of fucked up the generation that came after us because we was on some job hunting and partying and shit. You know what I mean? And we don't hold y'all for that. We don't hold y'all for that because my generation, like the mid-30s generation, we was on some sports, drugs, and entertainment shit. You know what I mean? All day. That's what we was about. So. And that's all some dead end shit too. So, I mean, we on some information age shit, and we gotta use all that we can to pull off with that paper under this scenario, under this situation of racism, white supremacy, and under any situation of racism, white supremacist dictatorship. We need to be able to pull off that paper. You know what I'm saying? And because business is done globally now, we need to be on some global shit. And fuck it, even be like the nomads. If you got a plane ticket to get to your people in some other country, yeah, keep that plane ticket too. You know what I'm saying? But lay down your hustle. You right here, lay down your hustle. Don't be no bitch. Lay down that hustle for real. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we in an environment where business is international. It's a consolidated business environment because the internet has allowed it. So we need to take advantage of that climate and run with it, no matter what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta do it. You know what I mean? Design and develop whatever you can make. If it's cheap for you to produce, cheaper you to produce than it is to sell it, do it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the cast, man. I wanted to get at y'all a little earlier. I actually did, but they fucked the shit up. The fucking faggot ass YouTube hoe ass shit. I hate YouTube. I wish you was in the chat, home girl. I would be shouting out your name, like you telling the real shit. Your name is the way I fucking feel today. You know what I'm saying? Straight real. But I'm gonna get this out to y'all on Black Junction and shit. Check in with y'all a little later. See what the fuck life like. I don't know. Yeah. No, you ain't gonna let them come punch you, huh? Come bitch you, huh? Come fuck you, huh? Get out. Yeah.